Well, I hope you remember what we did last time. So we just created a product and we pushed it into the product array and we iterated over it. Now let's put product and add product into different menus. Can be. So to do the menu, we have to handle routing in React. So the first step for doing routing in React is adding the required package. Let's open the command prompt. Now we are going to add the package that is required for routing in React. The package is React Router DOM. So let's do that. npm install React Router DOM. And we can call save. Alrighty, now it is installed. We can go ahead and use routing in React. For people who do not know what routing is how if I change the URL, the component can change. The content of my page can change. Now to do that, what we are going to do is create a new component. We will call this menu.js. And as usual, we will do the import. All right. So we'll say function, and we will call this menu. And we're going to return back a navbar. Now, this is not what I did. This is a Bootstrap navbar. I am using a Bootstrap navbar for the ease of working. Alrighty, so since my navbar is ready, we can go ahead and work with the navbar. We already know that we will have to export it. And we will go ahead and import that in our app. That should do the import. Let's view. Right. So our navbar is on the top. Navbar adding is the smallest or the simplest part because it's nothing to do with React. We just created a component and we added it. Now we are ready to do the routing. For that, I will have to cut all this and put it inside the browser. Inside the browser router. There we are. Now we need to import a few things for our React. Let's go ahead and do that. So that would be the browser router, route, routes, links, outlet. We won't be needing the outlet and the router. So these are the few things that we will be needing for our routing purposes. Our page should just look the same. And our working should also be the same. Let's check. It's not able to fetch the React Route DOM. Let's check our installation as well. React Route DOM. So we did do the installation. Let's do the import once again. Okay, that should fix it. If not, then we need to do the installation once again. Alrighty, so we fixed it. I just did the reinstallation and that I installed the wrong path. So now that we are done, so we have the routing inside the menu component. So the menu is just going to talk about where it has to go. So you see this href. Now we cannot have hrefs when we have to work with React routing. Instead, we need to replace them with the element called link. So that would be the import from router.dom as well. And it's not going to be href, it's going to be to. Now in the to, we are going to say to where we are going to make the routing go. So initially, let's say we have to go to the add. Now let's check how it works. Now I have said for the link of add. Now in my app.js, I need to inform that it is going to be that particular route. To do that, I cannot have the components like how they are being listed right here. So I've commented them. I'm going to call routes. And inside the routes, I'm going to define route. So in the route, I have a path where I am going to give the path. So it is going to be add. And what is going to be the component? So to give the component, it's going to be the element. And element is going to be an code. So here, I might have to give this particular component right here. Now, once this is done, this should be working as we expected. Now, let's move to the browser. Now, we do have an error. Let's fix this. The link does not have a closing tag. Let's fix it. That's correct. So we did have the closing tag for the link. Now that should fix it. And when we press home, we should be able to see the ad. Let's go ahead and change what it is inside. So we need the span and the current, but we're going to call this add product or new product. That should be the name over there. And when I call it, it should be able to route it. Now that's my home without anything on the top. Now that's not what I want. When I click on new product, you can see the routing happening. Now we could be able to add more than one right here. So let's go ahead and add the products as well. Product list. And 2 is going to be products. So don't forget nicely, when we go and add into the app, we need to add it with the products. So it's going to be a route. And path is what we're talking about right here. So that's going to be the products, wherein the element is going to be the element that is given right here. And that should do it nicely. So we have product listing and we have the product. Let's go ahead and try and add in product. Add product. And we should be able to see it in the product listing.